Tired of sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic? Or perhaps just frustrated by the cost of getting around? Well, a new Israeli startup is here to help by allowing people to travel more efficiently and according to their on-demand needs. Whether by car, ride-sharing service, public transit, or a combination of them, RouteValet's application puts the commuter in the driver's seat by offering every possible transportation option.
We're taking a look at all of the different mobility options in a given city, and we're collecting them and we're combining them so that you as a user, when you ask yourself the question of how do I get from here to there fastest, using our app, you know that you are getting the best answer. So we're checking costs, we're checking times, we're checking availability, and we're checking traffic, and we're checking combinations.
Today, there are literally hundreds of modes of transportation at people's fingertips, but none of them are integrated into one unique mobility ecosystem. Enter RouteValet.
We take publicly available data, and then we also partner with cities and governments to get real-time data about where the buses are, their GPSs, and then through our own proprietary algorithms, we try to find those multimodal options by knowing, first of all, using a little bit of analytics, where things are going to be, and knowing where traffic's going to pop up, as well as in trying to figure out all those combinations of bus stops and transfer points, which one is the best one for the user to take.
Co-founders Moti Siegel and Ilan Friedson are both originally from the United States, and they hope one day to bring their technology back home.
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Turns out public transit in Memphis actually only goes to 50% of the city, which means the other 50% of the city, if they don't have a car, they're trapped. And that's a huge problem. And I think it's entirely possible that that's somewhat affected the growth of Memphis.
I'm from Florida, lived in Boca Raton, and I traveled a lot to Miami, and anyone who's traveled on I-95 would know that traffic is horrendous. That problem is what we're trying to solve, hopefully, for everyone.
Siegel and Friedson are busy planning the launch of their first pilot program in the southern Israeli resort town of Eilat. This comes after having won a major Israeli government grant. They also recently were accepted into a program run by Siftech, a not-for-profit startup accelerator.
Siftech is an organization that founded the very first startup accelerator in Jerusalem for high-tech startups. We've been around about 5 years, and now we've expanded out beyond the accelerator realm, and we're starting to do all sorts of other projects for the startup community in Jerusalem.
One such company is Olay Pay, founded by another U.S. citizen originally from Los Angeles.
Our company, essentially Olay Pay, allows immigrants to easily send money from their American account to their Israeli account seamlessly without any banking fees at a much more convenient and at an economic scale than what's currently available with conventional methods of moving money.
The amount of investment pouring into Jerusalem has quintupled over the past decade to some $250 million in 2016. with more than 110 new startups established last year alone. Israel may be known as the startup nation, but as Americans increasingly make their mark on the tech industry, it may be a matter of time before the country gets a new moniker: the Little Silicon Valley of the Middle East. From Jerusalem, I'm Charles Biblazer for the Media Line.